What's up everyone, I'm Jessica, and today I am sharing some pastries that I got from a bakery in Tucson. It's called Estrella Bakery. It's a family-owned business, and you know it's good because the locals were coming in and they just kept coming in and coming out with hordes of stuff, and they make their stuff fresh, so they just kept bringing stuff out. Everything was nice and warm. I'm gonna go ahead and start with some pastries. I'm really excited. I got like 2 boxes. So a little disclaimer, I had never been here before and I didn't really know what some of this stuff is. I actually still really don't know what it is, but I will show it. So here's a little cookie. Oh, there's something in the middle. It's good. It's sweet enough. It's not super sweet. Like I could finish this thing. Next I have this pastry and it has apple filling in it. There's the inside. This is nice. This tastes so good. It's nice and flaky and it's not too sweet either, and the apple tastes really good in it. And like even though there's sugar on it, it's not too sweet. I would get this again. It tastes like something you could have for breakfast with maybe coffee if you're a coffee drinker. Even if you're a tea drinker too, I think this would taste really good with it. Okay, so next I have one of these cookies. That's what it looks like. That one has a beautiful color. It's fresh and it has a nice sweetness to it. Okay, so next I have this cookie. This is a really good cookie. It's kind of like a shortbread and it's not overly sweet. I really like how everything so far hasn't been overly sweet because that can kind of be sickening in a way. I just really like the freshness as well. I think the amount of ingredients used in order for it not to be so sweet is really good. Here's the next pastry, and I can't remember what the lady said was inside of it, so it's gonna be a mystery. And here's it up close. This is a hollow treat, but it's brown sugar at the bottom. I think this is the sweetest thing I've had so far. It's kind of rich, like the brown sugar is a lot. I can see why it's a thin layer because it's really rich. Yeah, this is just a little too sweet for me. So I'm actually on the second box and this is the first thing that I pulled out. It kind of looks like naan. Anyway, it has sugar on top. This is really good. It's not too soft and it's not too hard. It's like just right, and it broke off really nicely. Like I'll break it off right now, that way you guys can kind of see. I don't know, it's just really good. And it's a nice amount of sweet too. It's like one of my favorite things so far. It tastes like something I've had before. It's like, I don't know, like a cake or something. It's delicious and I'm kind of like, I can't pinpoint the flavor for you guys, but that one was really good. So the next thing I got is this. I can't remember if it has filling in it, but we'll find out. Yeah, this is just bread, so here's kind of like the layering. This is really nice. It's nice and soft. It's not hard at all. It's not too sweet. It's amazing. It's like all this stuff has like tons of sugar on it and it's not that sweet. This is good. I would get this again. I think this is more of like a something you eat it with something, with like coffee or tea. Here's the next thing I got. It's like a coconut cake and raspberry flavoring. Oh my god, it is actually so good. There's coconut flakes on the inside, or are they on the outside? I don't know, but they are so, this is good. And I don't really like coconut sweets. I'm thoroughly pleased with this, and the raspberry flavoring goes really good with it too. And it's nice and moist. I would get this again. That's like saying a lot coming from me, especially because I don't like coconut on like pastries or candies. I think the raspberry and the cake itself just really helped, and that the fact that there's not too much coconut on it. So here's the next one I got, and I think it's kind of like the same thing. It's just kind of in a different shape, and then it also has a filling inside of it. And this one's more like a pastry instead of a cake. It looks like apple filling. Personally, I think I like the other coconut cake version better than this pastry version, just because I don't think the apple flavor goes well with the raspberry and the coconut in this one. But somebody else might like this. It's not too sweet either. Personally, it's just not my cup of tea. So this is like a little croissant looking thing, and it has like cream cheese filling in it. It's like a type of cream cheese filling. So I'm excited about this one. It tastes like a little bit like a cream cheese, but not like a cream cheese. It's like some sort of cream filling, but you could tell it's like cheesy in a way. I personally am not a big fan of this one either, but it was cool to try. And it's nice and soft, everything too. Really fresh. Like I said, this place is just like on point with the freshness. So next is this cookie, and it's shaped like a pig, and I love it. This tastes like a molasses cookie. It's an interesting flavor. It's nice and soft. I actually kind of like it. I think it might be an acquired taste for some people, but I like it. So next I got some of these. I think these are like the classic Mexican pastries. Like, these are good. So I got the original and the strawberry flavor. And they had 2 or 3 other flavors. Okay, so I'm trying the original one first. The original one is really good. It's really moist and it's nice and fresh. It sounds so weird, but I've never really had these fresh, like really fresh. And this was so good, and the flavor is good. It's not too sweet. It's like perfect. It's like one of the best ones I've had in my entire life. Now I'm gonna try the strawberry one. I would say the same thing about this one. It's equally just as good as the original. So next I got this thing. This is like a Mexican cannoli. So I'm excited to try this because I've never seen anything like this. And here's the inside. There's a nice cinnamon taste to it and stuff, and it's not too sweet. But I think, like, I cut off a piece and I think it's just enough. Like, if I were to sit here and try to eat this whole thing, it would be too much for me. But I think it's good. I think the filling is like a pudding filling. And it even has that like texture and consistency of a pudding. It was interesting. I'm glad I got to try it. Okay, so the last thing out of the box is this pineapple empanada. I'm excited to try this. So for the empanada, it has a really nice texture on the outside. Like, it's not too crunchy or hard. It's a really good like pastry on the outside. And the filling is more like a jelly pineapple filling. It was pretty tangy. I don't know, I think it was good. I liked it. It was the first time I had a pineapple empanada, so I think it tasted good. And then I did also get some tortillas. I think I said that in the beginning. So I got some of these corn tortillas. And these were fresh when I got there. They were hot and they were bringing them out still in the little packages and stuff. And they smell so good. They even smell good in the bakery. These are just like the bigger versions of corn tortillas. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to a place and they serve like really small corn tortillas and you're like, what in the world, how did they find these? But this place has the small ones and then like the regular small ones. And then these are flour tortillas, and these also smell really good. I can smell them through the bag. The second place I went to is called Barrio Bread. It's kind of in a different area in Tucson. This is an artisan bread place. This place was jam-packed with locals too. The line was like so long, and I mean it went pretty fast though. If you pre-order online and then you go to pick it up on the day you're supposed to pick it up, you can actually skip the line and go right to the front and just pick up your stuff and leave. I didn't know that, so I waited in the line, and then the employee ended up telling me that, so now I know, and now you guys know if you guys ever want to try this bread too. And you can pre-order for Wednesday or Friday, and I pre-ordered for Friday. And I got whatever was on the Friday bread menu, and it was about 6 different breads. Let's see. And I'm gonna put the names of the bread on the screen because I'm not really sure how to pronounce some of these because some of them are kind of French. Here's the first one. It's really long. This is really good. It says that this is a child's favorite at Barrio bread, and it is so good. The flavors are like really on point. This is a good piece of bread. I think I might actually crave this. I like this flavor a lot. And then I guess if you want to dip your bread in something, it would taste good with some like maybe olive oil. And it's like so pretty to look at too. Like it's such an interesting shape. I don't think I've seen bread shaped like that before. Here's the next one. It's also pretty long. This is really good, and I think online it says that it would be really good with sandwiches. I feel like it would be really good with sandwiches too, and I also feel like it would be really good with like soup. If you just dip it in the soup, so yummy. It was really easy to cut too. It's a really nice bread. I love bread. Here's the next one. This bread is so good. I really like this bread. I think it's a favorite so far. The flavors are really like, they're not too powerful, but you could really taste it. And it's so good. It was pretty easy to cut as well. This one has a sour taste, and I like it. Flavors in this bread is just so good. I want it like all the time. Here's the next one. It has a lot of seeds on it, so I'm trying to keep it over the table. This smells so good. This bread is on a whole other level of delicious. I love this one. Like the seeds are, I think they're toasted and they taste pretty good. Wow. The flavor is like immaculate. I love it so much. This is really good. And if it just got louder, it's because my AC just turned on. Sorry about that. I think the seeds definitely make the bread on this one, but the bread tastes great as well. Here's the next one. Oh, it smells good. This is a really good bread. It's nice and sweet. There's different kinds of raisins in here, and it's really good. It's not like raisin bread you would get from the store. Like it's not overly cinnamony, and it's like just a really nice sweet raisin bread, and I like it. Here's the last one. So exciting because it has a cactus on it. I like this bread. It's nice. It's also very fresh as well. The crust is great, and the inside is soft. It has a nice flavor. I'm overall really pleased with it. I like it a lot. I think my favorite bread from Barrio bread was the super seed whole wheat. It just had like this very interesting flavor that I had never had before, and the seeds were amazing on it. I've never had bread that tasted like that. It was so good. But I like all the breads actually, because they were all very well made. They all had their own unique flavors. They were all very fresh, and their prices aren't bad either. Like, those are pretty big pieces of bread, and the prices were totally worth it. Each bread was under $10. So the links to Yah Estrella and Barrio bread are gonna be down below. And if you're ever in Tucson or passing through or whatever and you want something, I think like a snack or something, I think you should definitely check those places out. They were both really good. I'm actually really happy. And the prices at Yah Estrella are actually really cheap as well too. Like, I got all of that stuff and it was only like 20 something bucks. I'm so full now. I have like 2 pieces of bread left and I'm gonna finish it off camera. But I hope you liked this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a like. And if you are new, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. I would love to have you here on my channel, and I will see you next time.